I hope Blanket Sky is still around.
Blanket Sky, you there? Give me a holler. We're doing it. We're doing the damn thing.
Well, he's got a little bit of a runway, because I'll go chronologically.
He's probably reading your article. Probably what he's doing.
That was G-Raw or Graw or anyway.
Graw, I hope he's still there. Graw, give me a nod. Give me a nod.
It does feel like once a week or twice a week we're getting new commitments when it comes to Indiana football. The staff does not slow down on the trail at all. That didn't change in this past week. Walker Bryson, slot athlete out of Rabun Gap, Georgia, committed to the Hoosiers. In his huddle, he played slot, he played H-back, he played wildcat quarterback, he played running back, and he returned punts and kicks. And he has got some serious juice as well. So, Brad, did you get a chance to watch Walker Bryson's tape?
I really like Walker Bryson. He's kind of that Davion Chandler, can do it all. Like, is he he projects like 6 foot 180 track speed. So obviously I'm thinking X or Z, but at the same time, like, you're watching him run routes, it's like, man, you can put this guy inside, you can put him outside, you can kind of do a whole lot with him. So really like the commitment. Also played at a high level in Georgia and super productive. So all good signs there. And I think we might find a diamond in the rough here with Walker Bryson. Really excited about him. He's going to be a big time playmaker, and kind of the mold of what they look for at receivers is based on the recruiting. Like, very similar to Miles Kendrick in ways. LeBron Bond's kind of its own beast, but like very similar to Chandler, very similar to Kendrick. And yeah, just a super fast, track speed. White boy. Love it.
Well, it addresses a sneaky need for the team too, because one of the things that they haven't had coming in was this like real like lightning bolt ability returning kicks. Like Miles Price was awesome returning punts last year. I'm not sure who's scheduled to return punts this year. Brad, I'm going to give you a run. I know I'm going to give you a runway for your depth chart a little bit later. But the ability to return punts and kicks and to do it with juice is something that, like, we really haven't seen that kind of element. Like, Solomon Van Horst returns all the kicks for Indiana. I don't even think he took one out of the end zone last year. I think he just fair caught every single ball.
He returned 5 last year, 5 kicks.
So like they were just like, we'll take the ball in the 25 and move on. So to be able to have somebody back there that can potentially take the ball to the house, love it. And then like the gadget plays and the ability to line up all over the field, it's like football player.
Yeah, really good football player. Georgia, just dominant in his league, and yeah, one of those diamonds in the rough. I haven't really checked I never checked his offer list. I feel like
you say diamonds in the rough, but you look at where he's ranked in terms of 24/7. I think he's like the 3rd or 4th highest rated kid in the class. Like, he's legit.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's real legit. Okay. Like, borderline 4-star. Like, he's another one of those guys. It's funny. I sent the article I wrote today in a bunch of different group chats, and shout out to Vogue. But he was like, does it feel like we're like, should we have more 4-stars? And like, if you look at the recruiting class, like there's like 4, 5, 6 guys that are fringe 3, 4 stars that you could easily argue should already be 4 stars and will probably play their way there this year.
He's projected as a safety in the,
which is untrue. He was recruited by Mike Shanahan. He's absolutely playing wide receiver.
Yeah, he's playing wide receiver just based on the film I was watching. I'm looking for
his huddle did not have a single snap of him at defensive back. Pundit, you got any thoughts on Walker Bryson?
I've not looked into him, but I'll take your guys' word on it. I think we're getting the next Cooper DeJean from what I heard. Maybe on offense, whatever.
Yeah, Cooper offensive Cup. Cooper DeJean.
Quick little run guys. Through. Power four offers for Walker Bryson: Wake Forest, North Carolina, Duke, Kansas, Kansas State, Miami, Minnesota, Oregon State, Pitt, Rutgers, Syracuse, Tennessee, USF, Vanderbilt, Virginia Tech, West Virginia.
I heard a lot of SEC schools.
I think a lot of teams wanted them.
The one that stood out to me though was North Carolina, because who's the head man over there in North Carolina, Brad?
Bill.
And what is Bill good at?
Evaluating receivers and playmakers.
Young ladies.
Diamonds in the rough.
Oh, hey, oh.
He's a ladies man.
All right, hold on. We can sidebar real quick on North Carolina. That like Pablo Torre, like Bill Belichick deep dive thing was nuts, and I'm actually kind of worried about their season. It could be a complete dumpster fire, or it could just be Bill Belichick. But I'm leaning dumpster fire, and I'm definitely gonna be paying attention.
John,
I'm hoping it's not a dumpster fire. I'm hoping that's just smoke screen and it goes really
I think
well.
it's gonna be I think there's gonna be a 30 for 30. Like I think there's gonna be a 30 for 30 15 years from now about the 24-year-old girl who ran UNC's football program into the ground in 1 year. Like I think it's gonna be unreal. It's an unreal story. It really is. Like
the fact that that's actually in play, like that you didn't just make that up. That's like in play is insane.
It's funny. Thank God it's not us. It always could be worse, folks.
Thank God it's not us.
Keezer, what did I tell you when Bill Belichick got hired as the head coach of North Carolina?
I don't remember.
I said they're going to be a perennial 8-4 team, and I still stand by that.
Oh, you did say that.
Yeah.
He's got Jim Mora written all over him for you.
They just have
lucky they play in the ACC.
8-4 written all over them every year. They're going to have like good players, but they're just 8-4, 8-4. They're going to be well coached to a point. Like how much does Bill care? I don't know.
He doesn't care that, dude. He's gonna be macking on their girlfriends, bro.
He's won 7 Super Bowls. He gives a fuck about playing Cal on the road. Like,
no,
kidding me?
No, dude.
You don't think a matchup with Ron Rivera fires him up?
Oh man, I mean, I shouldn't be taking a shot at Cal of all teams, considering what we did to them. But
we love Cal. We love Cal.
Yeah, we love Cal.
Fernando Mendoza.
We gotta have some calamoni payments to make. Words
calamoni.
Calamoni.
What was it called? What was the wasn't there like a Twitter like agreement with the Cal fan? The Calgorithm. Calgorithm.
They went nuts for game day. It was good stuff out there.
By the way, John says Tim Wilbur's the best punt returner of all time. I disagree. I think it's Jalen Lucas. He played at IU.
He played
a couple years
Randy
ago.
Whitman at Ben Davis. That's insane.
John, great pull.
Hell of a pull, John.
I'm gonna go with Jalen Lucas. There's just no way you can convince me otherwise. That guy, probably one of the better punt return people I've seen play college football, to be honest. And it's a shame what happened to his career transferring. He should have stayed. Shouldn't have gone to Florida State, man.
The grass isn't always greener.
Grass is not always greener.
Real quick before we hop into Ronell Johnson, there was some very funny tweets going around from an Ohio State account that I can't remember the name of, but like it was the picture of Indiana's new turf, which looks gorgeous, and was like, I can't believe Indiana has better turf than we do. And then he was flaming all the Ohio State fans in the comments who were either disagreeing with him or saying it didn't matter because they won a championship. It was the funniest 5 minutes I spent yesterday or 2 days ago. It was very funny.
Dude, Indiana football has motion. We have motion now, and people need to understand that. They're talking about our turf, bro. That's how much motion we have. They're Ohio State with tweets about our turf.
They're so scared. Like they don't want to admit how scared they are. Like in the Twitterverse, the Big Ten Twitterverse, the Big Ten football Twitterverse. That is. They don't want to admit how scared they are. They're just kind of like, oh yeah, Indiana's they're probably gonna be decent, like they just don't want to admit that like we're the rising superpower in college football.
I'm gonna put a pin on the Ohio State Twitter sphere conversation because I'm coming right back to it after we talk about Ronell Johnson, edge from Blue Springs, Missouri. Committed over the weekend, almost seemingly out of nowhere. They beat out Mizzou, who is a heavy favorite. Kansas State was also in the mix. I believe Jamie Jordan was the one who pointed this out, but they basically went into the Lions' den for him. And like he visited Missouri and he visited Ole Miss after he took his Indiana visit. So there's plenty of opportunity for other schools to kind of get in there and give their pitch. And holy cow, this kid's huddle is ridiculous. Like effort, physicality. Size, speed,
good
just
recruiting
like
weeks.
Holy cow!
We've been having some good recruiting weeks. This might be my favorite, just between him and Walker Bryson. Like this guy, he's a top 100 recruit on Rivals, legit 4-star on the tape, just legit. Can come in. I could see him coming in and playing snaps early. This is a guy, he's already 6'4", 260. He can come in he screams D end to me. I don't think they're going to beef him up going inside. I think he can play on the D end. As soon as he steps onto spring, I mean, I'm looking at the senior heavy D line, Wyatt, Wheeler, Kamara, Ratcliffe, Daly, they're all gone next year. Like all of a sudden, it's like in Dukeway, Tucker, Landino. Like who says Ronell Johnson can't be a true freshman starter on that team next year? Obviously, depending on what they do in the portal. But I mean, this guy, he's special.
This guy is
Oregon offer, Oklahoma offer. I mean, we're talking Dan Lanning, Brent Venables wanted this guy. Like he has their stamp of approval. I'm all about it. I mean, this guy, freakazoid, 6'4", 260, legit edge. He's going to play that stud or that big end dependent. I really don't see too much of a difference in those spots, but in terms of how they operate, but in terms of like just like a skill wise, you know, he's a true DN, and I could see him playing pretty immediately. And I haven't really said that about too many of our commitments over the past. I think I've always really said that about Baldwin and Chandler. I haven't really said that about anyone in this class, maybe besides, I mean, Timmons when he was committed. I was probably saying that, but even we're loaded at DB, so like it's pretty hard for him. He actually has a great opportunity to play pretty early for IU, which is great. You know, you get production from freshmen and sophomores. It's just building blocks for your program for the next 2 or 3 years.
He's like the kid you watch on Huddle, and you're like his first play is like they don't exactly like point out who he is, and so you're watching both ends, and you're like, man, I really hope it's that one. And then you figure out he's number 10, and he just looks like a cartoon character on the football field. It's like,
yeah,
actually insane.
Yeah,
actually
insane. What is already a loaded D-line room, like John makes a great point. Got a lot of young guys. You know, I'm really high on Kyler Garcia as more of an interior guy. I could see him playing big time snaps this year, next year.
Shout out to Kyler Garcia. CFB 26 mutilated his. It looks nothing like Kyler Garcia. Poor kid. It does not look anything like him
on the EA roster.
We're gonna get to that, but I do. You pundit, you got anything on Ronell Johnson?
Dog, just an absolute dog. You know, like
book it, dog.
It has just changed so much over the last 5 years, 10 years, really, in Bloomington and Memorial. Like the fact that we're getting commits over Oregon that are like 6'4", absolute specimens. It's ridiculous, right? Like it's tangible change in front of your face, and it's rare. And getting commits like that, especially at Indiana, like that's never happened before, ever. And I mean, the kid's a dog. He's gonna be a junkyard dog. I can't wait to watch him. I'm stoked, dude. I mean, I'm really stoked about the way that SIG's going about recruiting right now.
Yeah, it's extremely exciting. And if you're like one of the like a fan of a different team, if you're ArgRaw and you're kind of wondering where the hell Indiana came from, again, vocfb.com, Purgatory to Powerhouse, the rise of Kurt Cignetti's Indiana football. That's today. That captures essentially what happened last year and how we got here.